Beerus, my lord, is there something you wish to say?
Here it comes.
At the time of this recording, Dragon Ball Daima is now on episode 14 for the sub, while the dub is currently on episode 2, unfortunately. For dub watchers, including me, this particular video isn't about Daima, but about the future of Dragon Ball, specifically the next series. Super Season 2, that would be the most obvious choice, as the manga is currently 3 arcs ahead of the anime, being the Moro arc, also the Granola arc, and I guess the superhero arc, even though obviously there is the superhero movie, which has been adapted in the manga already. Despite the popular opinion of many that there isn't enough material for the anime to be adapted, personally, I think there is more than enough material. The anime covered the arcs being the Beerus introduction, the Universe 6 arc, the Future Trunks or Goku Black arc, then ultimately the Tournament of Power arc, which was the very last arc. Those are all the arcs of the Super anime, if I'm not mistaken, minus of course the filler or mini arcs like that horrible Purple Goo arc. Sorry, but that arc was just so boring, I don't know why. Also, please excuse the million times a million uses of the word arc. Super Season 2 should cover the Moro arc, Granola arc, and obviously the Broly and superhero movie arc. The Goten and Trunks pre-arc, the one leading up to Superhero I believe, would also be covered. Now Dragon Ball could go the seasonal route, similar to most anime and Daima, usually around 12 to 24 episodes for each season, which would be great. Disclaimer, I love Super to death. The Goku Black arc is one of my favorites of all time. I like the animation and art style. I'm basically what you would call a super defender. I love all the new transformations, and Jiren is literally my Hulu account name. So yeah, back to the video. I'm definitely not a hater of Super. I actually love Super just as much as Z, but Goku and Vegeta are literally challenging God power, and they're only gonna get stronger. Daima is interesting because it takes place before Super, so there isn't any god forms, I assume, because honestly I'm a dub watcher, so I'm only 2 episodes in. The point is Goten and Trunks can only reach Super Saiyan. I'm gonna assume they can go 2 and 3 also, but we've only ever seen it in their fusion form, so I can assume they would at the very least be able to go Super Saiyan 2, which leads me on to my next point, new villains. Now just want it to be known, Kid Buu is my favorite Dragon Ball villain. I love Frieza, I love Cell, and all the other Dragon Ball villains. Yes, that includes the GOAT Raditz.
Kakarot, what have you been doing here all these years? Your mission was to terminate all life on this planet. Why haven't you carried it out?
But I honestly think it's time for new villains with new history and lore. Daima has new villains that expands the lore from my understanding. New lore would be really cool. I personally can't think of what that would be like, or what it would cover, but I trust the process. Another interesting factor, new characters. There is nothing better than new characters, am I right? We already have new characters from the high school mini arc. One is Rula, one is Compass, and one is Scale. Wait a second. Anyway, these characters right now are basically nobodies. Nobody will care about them. And leads me kind of to another factor, hate. There is the obvious, a show about Goten and Trunks, featuring unknown characters that nobody will care about. Nobody will give it a chance. Daima kind of gets a little hate, mainly because the mini characters instead of Super Season 2. But it still stars Goku and Vegeta, so there is that. Now imagine teenagers, essentially a very similar vibe to Boruto, the story about the children of the icons we all love. I personally love this idea, and I think this should happen after Super Season 2. Now just like in my last video, which currently has over 100 views and over 5 likes, thank you by the way, more videos to come. There is a risk factor, the risk of fans not wanting or liking the new era of Dragon Ball. Which is why I think they won't ever do this, but I don't know. The superhero movie aged them up, even though they did basically nothing, And we didn't even get to see the fusion as teens. We were baited. I think this is the perfect way to go after Super Ends. Maybe the Black Frieza arc kinda sets up a potential ending to the characters, with the next show focusing on the kids. Maybe we'll see Kale or Caulifla or new Saiyans. Also, we need more female Saiyans in the name of King Vegeta. Saiyans have basically an unlimited excuse. Planet Vegeta blew up, and all the Saiyans are dead except there is one on a random planet. It works. It worked for the greatest Dragon Ball character ever.
I said the real.
Broly.
Time out, Broly!
Super Broly, man, I'm in love. Anyway, hopefully we get to see Teen Goten and Trunks, along with Rula, Scale, and Compass. Even Mai, though most people hate her character due to her being a grown woman in a kid's body. Honestly, I never even knew that a couple months ago. I was rooting for Trunks and Mai. Oh well. There's definitely more I could get into, but for my second video ever, I don't want to make the video super duper long. Maybe I'll revisit the topic later on. Overall, I'm excited for Dragon Ball's future. I know that future might be looking very grim, but have faith, Super Season 2 will eventually come. Thank you all for watching. As usual, more videos to come about different topics such as movies, TV shows, video games, anime, and more. I appreciate the love, and I hope you all have a great week. Until next time, peace.